Well, I'm back from a vacation between Christmas and New Year's. Took a little bit of a trip, road trip. Went down through Indianapolis, stayed a night in Indianapolis, then went on to Nashville, Tennessee, then on to Atlanta, Georgia. Stayed with a friend I used to work with at the Home Depot in Savannah, Georgia there for a few days, and then came up and visited some friends in, I think it's Brownstown or something like that in Kentucky, and then on to Cincinnati. Stayed over in Cincinnati and then headed back to Michigan. So here I am back in Michigan, and lovely cold snowy weather. Well, today the seats are coming out of the Catalina. So the trim shop wanted to confirm the drop off on Monday. Well, Monday they're predicting a bunch of snow, so today is the day the seats are coming out, and I'm going to drop them off tomorrow because it's not supposed to be snowing tomorrow. So a couple of weeks I should have the seats all done. And I had some other questions on the car. One was on the engine numbers. So let me get a little video of the engine numbers. Alright, I find if I put the light down a little lower like this, the numbers are easier to see. They're pretty easy to see with my eyes. With the camera, I hope they are too. But yeah, those are the engine pad numbers. If anyone knows how to decipher them, that would be awesome. It's definitely a 160p and then a 6 before the 1 just below it, and then a 6 and then a space and then a 9-1 and then an 8. And so I don't know if any of the VIN or call numbers or anything have anything to do with that. There's the call tag. And the vehicle identification number. So somebody wants to let me know what those numbers mean. This car has 29,000 almost 87 miles on the odometer now. 25,336 when I purchased the car. So anyway, yeah, the engine numbers are, somebody can tell me about it, and then hopefully we'll get the seats out. And with the cost of having the seats done, I'm going to reflect that in the price of the car. So as soon as the seats are back in and done, I'm going to put the car on Craigslist, I think, and I'm going to start the asking price at $25,000 or best offer, because with the cost of the upholstery being reproduced and the seats being reupholstered, it'll be $4,400 into the seats. So we're going to tag a little bit of that onto the cost of the car. So I'm going to ask $25,000 or best offer for the car when the seats are back in. And once they're back in, I might, I still haven't buffed the top of this fender yet. So I had paint reactions when I painted it, and it just has a little hue of orange peel in it, so I'll give it a fine sanding with maybe some 1200 and give it a buff, and maybe go over the whole car with a coat of wax. Maybe I'll do that while the seats are out, and I'm going to repaint the package tray here this color. So while the seats are out, I can get that out. And that rattles when the windows are down, when the front windows are down and the back windows are up, that makes a little rattling sound. So we'll fix that hopefully too while I have it out to paint it, so when the front windows are down and the back windows are up, it doesn't rattle. So that's just a little bit of going-ons with the 1960 Catalina. I have not started the car in I don't remember when. Probably the last video I made of the car, of it driving, was the last time I've started it and had it out. The weather has turned kind of sour. It's been, I think tonight we're supposed to get to 6 below zero. And you can see it's definitely cold out. The seats out. Need a little bit of vacuuming in here. There's good news and bad news. Good news is none of the seat bolts broke. The floor pans are really super clean underneath the mat, but we got a rust hole right here that we got to fix. That's underneath where one of the braces are. So while the seat is out being reupholstered, we'll repair that rust hole. The rest of the floor pans on this car are rock solid. So we'll get that rust spot fixed up. The other side's a little rough, but it's not through like this side. We'll get it all fixed up while the seats are out, though. It'll give me something to do while it's cold and snowy. So you can kind of see. So we'll get all that cleaned up and weld new metal in where all it needs it, and yeah, call it good. You can kind of see the floor pan under there. A little bit of corrosion there, but I mean, for almost 60 years old, I don't think that we'll complain too much about it. Give everything a good vacuuming out and cleaning, and get it ready for the seats to go back in when they're done. So I'll get those two little spots all welded up, new sheet metal, and I'll do a little video on doing that too. But it's got good solid floors in the car. The undercarriage, let me get my light here. And I've done videos on this in the past, but some people don't watch past videos, so we'll add a new bit. You can see the, let me change the angle of the camera here. You can see the floor pans on this car from the undercarriage. They're quite nice. That's underneath where it's rusted out. Up there was up under that brace. Those notorious to collect salt and dirt and stuff, and doesn't get washed out, it rusts. But yeah, for the most part, the undercarriage of this car is in really nice solid shape, and pleasantly surprised at how solid the floor pans actually are on the inside too. Usually I'd expect a little more surface rust, but it looks good. So we'll get to work on that probably this next week on those holes, and get the seats done and back in, and that car's looking good. I'll get the vacuumed out today and maybe knock some of that loose rust out, and start, working on making a cardboard template and get it all welded up here in the next week or so. So when these are done, the car will be ready for them. So yeah, I'm really tickled that those are going to finally get reupholstered after 9 months of waiting for that material. Yeah, I got the fabric in the cab of the truck. That's the material, the vinyl. You see the back of the logos for the seat there. So this is ready to head to the trim shop, and they're going to do the armrest. The driver's armrest was kind of messed up, so they're going to redo that too. So we'll throw that in, and tomorrow morning it'll be at the trim shop. Got the car all vacuumed out. Looks pretty good. So now you can see a little better what I got to repair there. And that's only the seat belts holding it. I'm going to have to unbolt. These are aftermarket. I think they're Sears seat belts. I'm going to have to unbolt that one to get the mat up to repair this. But from pulling this up, it doesn't look like it's gone down in here, and the car's solid down in here. You can still see the paint. There's surface rust on there, but it looks good. All this stuff underneath here is no rust through. That was a common place for GM cars to rot out there. Solid. So both sides are the same on the part here. So we'll get those welded up, and you can see it's got a good solid pan in it. So I think that we'll get those couple spots welded up while the seats are out, the package tray painted, and when the car's back together, it's going to look really super nice. I mean, you know, it's still considering everything in here is original. Headliner, 100% original. Everything on this car is original on the inside. The seats will be redone, but you can see the headliner in this car has got 0 rips. It's really nice, and the side panels are nice, door panels are nice, kick panels are nice. The dash is nice. The chrome is just like brand new on the dash, really super nice. That armrest is off because I'm having it reupholstered. It was torn. This one's fine. Door panel's fine. So it's still going to be a pretty solid original old car. Like I say, I'll get that rust and the rust on this side welded up, and call it good. And again, and I pulled up the carpet on the other side's nice. The floor pan's just as nice as that. So yeah, it's looking good. And maybe I can clean this stuff up a little bit better before I put the seats in, after I get it welded up. There's a number right there on the mat. Number there on the mat. So yeah, and I also will include that video with the engine numbers. Somebody was asking me, I don't know if they wanted to see if it's the original engine or not, but it is. It is the engine that this car was assembled with on the assembly line. The carburetor, the generator, all that stuff is the factory original from when this car was assembled. Cleaner, and still got the tag on the carburetor. It's a Rochester 2-jet. I don't know if that shows up or not, but the starter motor I went through, I do have the original, the armature windings on the housing were damaged, or corroded, where the wires connected to the main thing, so I had another starter and I used that armature housing. I still have the original one. So I still have the original master cylinder, which I rebuilt. Everything in the brake system is new on this car. And yeah, so you're looking at a pretty clean, original, almost 60-year-old car. So we'll get the seats off, and I'll make videos as I do the rust repair in here. So, and I'll be adding some videos of the road trip too. And one of them was a car museum. It's a long video. I know a lot of people like to skip through videos. I mean, a lot of people do it. I do it. I don't do it to all of them. There's some videos I watch all of, but you can go on the analytics and you can see how much of which videos people watch, so you know that they're skipping through them, and so that's just the way it is with YouTube. And hopefully people will enjoy it. It was the Lane Auto Museum in Nashville, Tennessee. So I got to finish editing that up and get this video edited up and on YouTube. So anyway, I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and thank you for watching my videos.